Hello people, welcome to Campy's Clash. Welcome to another video. This time I'm playing the Leopard one and I'm playing with a new friend, Dr. Toofy, Dr. Toofy, Druffy, but he goes by Dorothy. He has a lot of names, but whatever you call him, that's fine. We're playing at River Point, and as you can see, I'm going left. Now this game is really touchy to me because it's just one of those games where you thought that you could do something else to win, and it always bugs you. Oh, I could have done this to do that, and maybe we would have won. Well, this is exactly one of those games. Now the Leopard one is an interesting tank. It's not at all what it is in World of Tanks. This Leopard one is just slower because in this game, it's a main battle tank. It has to be heavier, slower, better. So it has a little bit of armor, but I don't think that it's ever going to be a frontline tank. That's after the T64. Like if a Leopard 1 and a T64 meet together, um, you know, 9 times out of 10 the T64 will win. The Leopard, in my opinion, has to stay back unless it's forced to. I mean, when it has to go up front, then it's good at it. But the T64 is just simply better. Now the matchmaking isn't too kind. There's a lot of tier 4s. Well, I'm right now there are tier 5s in the game, so it could have been worse, but it could have been a lot better. Now there's nothing on this flank, and I see that there's quite a lot of people on the other flank. So I'm just thinking, alright, we have to push. I see this M60 pattern, take my shot and do a little bit of damage, not too far from 300. And there's two camping Leopard 1s, and this is where I fuck up really bad, because I can't get any of my shots in. Maybe it was RNG, maybe it was my lack of skill, but I take my blind shot here, miss, and well, it goes to nothing. Dorothy, Dr. Toofy, let's just call him Mr. Toof. Mr. Toof killed the Leopard 1, and now the M60 pattern is spotting them, and there's a lot of campers on the A line. And in River Point, on the other side of the map, it's really, really easy to camp on the A point, on those A points. The best position is A6. I have tried it, not too proud of it, but a guy of mine recommended to me. I played it one game and I got about, I don't know, 3000 damage just by camping. So Armored Warfare is an Obsidian, just have to do something to get rid of that position. Now this moment, I'm thinking, okay, Dorothy, we have to move. The other flanks are getting pushed. We responding a little bit too late. We didn't have anything to do in this flank, and we just were sitting and hoping that we would have seen something, but we didn't. And we wasted like, I don't know, a minute, and we could have used that minute to get at least 2 shots in the enemy. Anyways, we're moving back. The situation is it's not really bad, but it looks like the right flank is about to get wrecked. There's a lot of guys on really low HP. One hesh shot from the T64 and you're dead. The T64 with its hesh ammunition does 500 damage, which is a lot. Here comes the T64. I take my shot, pen him, 322, and I'm moving up to a different location so I could start the battle all over again. So I go into the bushes. Dr. Toofy is sitting there, and he's basically going to spot for me. If I could pen the guy, it would have been a lot better, but since he's still alive, that's gonna cause me a lot of trouble. The T64 there is behind the ridge, so I cannot see him, and our artillery is going to die. For the 5, we're losing 5-5. It's a draw. 5-6, we lost our artillery. So the right flank's holding up, but they're soon to be flanked because there's people moving in from the town, and we're basically fighting against 3 tanks. Well, it's basically a 3-on-3 battle, but one of our leopards is he's just done. He has 400 HP, that's 2 shots at the best. I exchanged some fire, did 2 hits to this guy, and he returned 1 to me. Now, right now, I'm spotted, and I don't really know where I'm spotted from, but I did know that there's a T-64 on the J5 area, so I just moved back and I'm trying out a different location now. And this is what really amazes me. The guys like the Swingfire and the T-62, they're just going for the enemy base, knowing and seeing that our base is absolutely getting taken over by the enemy. But no, they're just gonna go kill that leopard that's camping and do absolutely, even if they would have killed the leopard that's camping, it would have done no good for the game, as the enemy would have simply outcapped us if the guys on the other flank would have somehow survived. Dr. Toofy is still not firing, he's just spawning for me, he's just hoping that I get a few shots and I'm waiting for the shot, waiting, and well, this time I do pen. But it's a low roll, 267 damage. That's not at all what I was hoping for. So Dr. Doofy, he's never firing right now. He's just spawning, and the artillery's starting to bash me. Took 100 damage off me, so I'm gonna put my ass up on this hill so the artillery can't do shit. And I see that the scores are getting really bad. We're getting destroyed. There's 3 leopards on the A line. Our T-62 is going to die. The T-62 and the C2 square, the Charlie 2, is just going to die. So this is where I panic and I'm thinking, okay, I have to move in the town and fight together with the with Dr. Toofy, which didn't seem like a bad idea. If you're outnumbered, you should stick together. So that's what I'm doing. But in the long run, I think that I should have stayed in my position and worked from there. So the T-62 on the other flank is dead, and the T-62 on Charlie 2, I think he's about to die. So Dr. Tooth is on full health and I have 800 HP. I'm thinking, okay, if I could get a vantage point in the town, then I could get those T-64s that are coming from the bridge. I still think that the better decision to do was to stay in the H2 line, somewhere around there. See a full health leopard, panic a little bit, he's fired, I shoot and I quickly get into cover. It's 8 to 12 and you just see that the game's not gonna end well for you. Now, what can I say? Again, I'm gonna tell you what I told before. I should have stayed in the H2. One reason, it was covered. There was no way to sneak up on me. Two, I could have focused on one enemy and I wouldn't have to worry about artillery. Three, as you can see, this just doesn't work out. There's leopards coming from all sides and our base is getting capped. At least I could have shot down the cap or do something. Artillery is still bashing me. The T-62 on the other flank is dead, so that means that the leopards on the other side are advancing. I put a shot into the leopard and I'm down. Dr. Tufik takes a couple of shots and he's soon going to die as well. This is one of those games that show just how brutal Armored Warfare is. If you don't fall back, if you don't defend your base, if you're outnumbered, there's absolutely no way you can win from my experience. I have gone close, like this battle. This wasn't too far. If I would have just stayed in my position, I could have held them for longer and did a bit more damage, but guys, just fall back when you need to. If you have an empty flank, your main battle tanks are too slow. They're just too slow to move up to the enemy base. You should always fall back when you see that you're losing the other flank. As I said, we were outnumbered and we were just overtaken. Now I didn't have a bad game. Dr. Toofy, well, he didn't have a bad game either. As you can see, I did around 2000 damage. I got 0 kills and I spotted 3 vehicles. Dr. Toofy spotted 5 vehicles, did 1300 damage, but he did this damage only because he was spotting for me. So remember guys, fall back when you need to, and when you get these kind of games, don't worry. You had a good game, move on to the next one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.